Now we will start from Norway. Good practice, exactly PROTOMORE. And PROTOMORE is an innovation company located on Molde campus. They work with a broad portfolio of companies, both regionally and nationally. In recent years, they have built up their own innovation center with innovation lab, market space, and co-working space. Customers have access to VR equipment, 3D printing, and laser cutting. And their activity will be presented by Jan Ove Moen, the representative of PROTOMORE. And enjoy the presentation. Jan, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Marek, and good morning from Molde in Norway. Just see if I can share my presentation. So good morning, my name is Jan Ove Moen. I work as a business developer for startups at PROTOMORE in Norway. Today I will give you a brief introduction to PROTOMORE, our facilities, and some of our programs aimed at entrepreneurs. Again, this will be just a brief introduction, so feel free to ask questions, and I will do my best to answer at the end of the presentation. So, what is PROTOMORE Innovation Center? PROTOMORE was established in 2016 on the northwest coast of Norway in Molde. We're located at the Molde campus, so we're in close proximity to both academia and scientific partners. We house an innovation lab. We have a makerspace and also an incubator with a co-working space. And as we speak, we are building a new lab and also expanding our makerspace. So it's exciting times. PROTOMORE consists of three main departments. We have a cross-industrial cluster, NCE E-Kuben, which main goal is to work for knowledge sharing and cooperation between 53 participating businesses to be stronger together and solve problems, common problems together. We have our innovation lab, the PROTOMORE lab, where we focus on innovation processes and methodology. We run innovation workshops for large companies, as well as SMEs and startups. And where I work, PROTOMORE Startup, which is a full service incubator. We also have a co-working space, and we have services ranging from the first line service all the way to investments. I will tell you a bit more about this later in the presentation. One of the things that are unique to PROTOMORE is that we're not industry specific. Excuse me. Rather, we focus on innovation and business development methodology. We have our own method for innovation built on design thinking and lean startup principles. We have three core values: digitization, business model innovation, and sustainability. And with sustainability, we mean both financially, environmentally, and socially. So this is what it looks like on paper. This is what it looks like in real life. This is a picture from our innovation lab. This is kind of our main product or main service for businesses and startups. This is a design thinking workshop where we gather key players. The input for a workshop is most often a problem or a challenge, and we work together to find new opportunities, prototype them, and test them in order to get feedback and insights. So this process you can see here is kind of at the core of what we do at PROTOMORE, both for companies and startups. In addition to the innovation lab, we have a makerspace. This is a picture of me looking very clever, doing basically what you saw us doing in the innovation lab, only in a digital context. This is prototyping in virtual reality. In our makerspace, we have technology like 3D printers, laser cutters, and equipment for virtual reality and augmented reality. And the purpose of this is to make it easier for industry and startups to experiment with new technology. So we can have all these facilities and equipment so that our startups and SMEs don't have to do that investments by themselves. In our makerspace, we also have courses in artificial intelligence and machine learning, which have been very popular. Again, the purpose is to make it easier to get started with these technologies and get experimenting. These are a few of my colleagues, also looking very clever. What you see here is a process they have gone through to develop their knowledge on developing circular business models. This is a project in collaboration with Cambridge University. So in these three pictures, you have seen the core values and the core of what we do at PROTOMORE. We innovate using business models. We innovate using modern innovation techniques. We focus on digitization and sustainability. And now a bit more about the department I work in, which is PROTOMORE Startup, which is an incubator. And I want to talk a bit about some of the services we provide. And again, feel free to ask questions in the comments, and don't hesitate to get in touch if you want to hear more about some of the services we provide. So the first service I would like to talk about is our first line service. Some of you might have heard of this before. I saw it mentioned in the comments yesterday, which is the first line service, HoppID. We deliver this HoppID service for our area in Molde municipality. The HoppID service is all about being the first point of contact for aspiring entrepreneurs. We basically offer advisory services and create courses for early stage entrepreneurs. We also have a small HoppID fund, which give entrepreneurs up to 30,000 kroner in an early stage to help them figure out and get answers to important problems or issues that they're insecure about. And very importantly, we create meeting points where entrepreneurs can meet other people in the same situation and also get more knowledge and create a network. The studio I'm in right now is actually built as a digital meeting point for entrepreneurs, and it's a part of the first line service. We have our breakfast meetings here, which have been very popular. This Friday, latest, we had a digital talk about crowdfunding, where entrepreneurs can grow their knowledge, and of course, discuss and ask questions, which is really important. Even though it's just digital at the time, it brings a lot of value to the entrepreneurs. We also have a digital platform for the entrepreneurs where they can register their cases and get in touch with us as advisors. So this is kind of a new project. And if you ask us, it has been very valuable, very successful. Having a digital entry point to get in touch with us has lowered the bar significantly for entrepreneurs to get in touch with us, and also gives us a better overview over what's happening. Currently, we have about 110 active cases in the digital platform. So it's been a great success in the short time we have used this platform. So if you want to know more about this, I saw it was a subject yesterday as well. Don't hesitate to get in touch, and we can talk more about the experiences we have had using the digital platform. Kind of the next stage we offer for startuppers, something we call Kickstart, which is a 3-month early stage accelerator program. This is an intensive program where we teach our entrepreneurs our methodology. We teach them how to prototype and test their ideas to get feedback from the market. We develop their business models, and we teach them how to pitch for investors. We run 2 classes of this every year, about 20 startups, which we give a pre-incubator contract, and this course also works as a kind of qualification for the incubator. So the goal for the participants is basically to get the contract in the incubator. This is a very useful process to have them here in 3 months to see if it's the right fit, like if we add value to them and they add value to our ecosystem. And for the more mature startups, we also have a growth program, which we call Scale Up. This is more for the startups that have established themselves in their first market, their primary market, but kind of need an extra boost to reach new markets. This is a 12-week program. We do a lot of work in business models. We try to explore new markets and build a growth strategy. And most importantly, we make an action plan to really make it happen. So it's not just theory, but also making things happen. In this program, we also use our network of industry mentors. So it's really valuable to have people from industry also interacting with startups. Many of the challenges that startups have might have been solved in industry before. This program we run once a year. About 10 startups each year participate in this program. And as an end note, I would like to show you this space. I'd like to emphasize the importance of a space like this. This is our proto bar. which kind of is the space in between all the other facilities. It's in between our offices, the labs, the makerspace, and the co-working space. We have found it very valuable to have a space like this, where, since we're close to academia, industry, and startups, it's really important to have kind of this open space where they can meet randomly outside of our official programs. This is a great place to find connections, and a lot of like unplanned collaborations have started in this space. So the Innovation Center is not just offices, labs, and fancy equipment, but it's also an important networking arena. And it's really important to facilitate for these kinds of meetings as well. In some instances, like the coffee machine can be just as important as the 3D printer. So that is a short introduction in PROTOMORE Innovation Center. Again, if you want to hear more, if there are some subjects you want to hear more about, do not hesitate to send me an email or visit our website at protomore.no. That's it. Thanks for having me. And back to you, Marek.
Thank you very much, Jan, for a great presentation, showing potential in creating private innovation centers and labs. We have got one question to you.
Yes.
If clients want to use the equipment from PROTOMORE, do they need to sign any long-term agreement, or can they use it whenever they want, for example, one time only?
Yes and no. It's primarily for our clients. Like if you're in the co-working space or if you're participating in one of our programs, that's kind of part of the package. But also for the participating companies in the cluster, you can use it for cheap. But again, it's kind of we don't have any rules for that. It's a consideration we do case for case. Of course, if you have a good project and you want to collaborate on solving a problem that might be relevant for other businesses as well, either in the incubator or in the cluster, of course, we can do a project with that.
So thank you for the answer, and thank you for the presentation.